Hello everyone, my name is Al Nickerson. Welcome to my studio. I'm here to tell you about my new self-published graphic novel, The Sword of Eden. I am a graduate of the School of Visual Arts in New York City. I started working in comics and in animation in 1994. I was an artist for Archie Comics and DC Comics and Marvel Comics. I was a designer and animator for folks like MTV Animation and Nickelodeon and Sesame Street. I was also working on creator-owned work at that time as well in the form of comics and animation. And I was self-publishing a couple of different books then as well. And nowadays I am self-publishing and working on the creator-owned work of the Sword of Eden series. The Sword of Eden graphic novel begins with Rebecca Stern. She is a young teenage Jewish girl who starts her career as a superhero. Another group of superheroes find out that the Sword of Eden, which is the sword that God put outside the Garden of Eden to keep man out of the garden, that's in Genesis chapter 3 in the Bible. These superheroes find out that the Sword of Eden still exists, and they want to retrieve the sword before any bad guys or villains get the sword themselves, because that would be a very bad day where a villain would have such a powerful weapon. Meanwhile, there are a group of demons who do not want people to find out that the Sword of Eden exists, so they do everything they can to stop the heroes from getting the sword. The demons believe that if man has more evidence of the existence of God, then that's bad for them. So Rebecca Stern meets up with all the other superheroes, and they go on this adventure to retrieve the Sword of Eden and fight the villains and the bad guys. The heroes also go on other adventures where they fight other demons and monsters and such. And the heroes also go on an adventure to locate Noah's Ark, which is also in the Bible. Well, I can't tell you how that works out or how that ends, if they can find the Ark or not, but you have to read the book to see how that all unfolds. The Sword of Eden graphic novel is a Christian graphic novel. It has very strong Christian themes in the story. I've had a very blessed career working in comics and in animation, and I just got tired of working in secular comics, and I wanted to give back to God, and I wanted to create a graphic novel series that Christians can read and not feel like their beliefs are being insulted, nor that they're compromising God's principles in any way. Comics and sequential art are a very powerful literary form. Comics is an art form. And I think that graphic novels and comics should tell very important stories. And that includes the gospel message. And I think, sharing the gospel and the things of God through comics is very important. And I think it's great to let people know about the gospel, that Jesus, God in the flesh, the Son of God, suffered and died for the sins of people and rose again. And that if you repent and believe, you can be made right with God and you can enter the kingdom of heaven when you step into eternity. And that's a wonderful, wonderful message. And that message should be told through something as powerful as comics and graphic novels. I've been getting tremendous feedback from readers about The Sword of Eden. I very much appreciate that. If you want to come and join the fun, stop by my website, theswordofeden.com. There are links at the website to purchase the book through Amazon, eBay, through PayPal. The graphic novel is 220 pages long. Cover price for each book is $19.99. The target audience is about preteens to and including adults. You can also purchase the book at christianbook.com, cbd.com. They're selling the book as well, which is great. Working with christianbook.com is fantastic. They're a great bunch of folks. Really appreciate them as well. I had mailed them 100 pounds of The Sword of Eden graphic novel, so they have plenty to sell, which is amazing. I would like to thank Creative Motion for inviting me on this episode of Christian Comics Connection. Thank you for watching. I have to get back to drawing some comics. I'm working on a sequel to The Sword of Eden, and that's called The Sword of Eden Shinobi. Grace and peace.